So last weekend, my company sent us on this mandatory fun team building retreat at a fancy cabin in the woods, complete with matching t-shirts and a facilitator named Brad who claimed he once did improv with Steve Carell. The whole thing started off as you'd expect: trust falls, group hugs, and that weird game where you have to untangle yourself from a human knot without spraining your dignity. Right as Brad was launching into a circle of vulnerability speech, we heard this odd bleating from outside. Now, at first, we all assumed it was just Steve from accounting. He's got allergies and a weird laugh, but no, it was an actual goat. And not just any goat. This guy had a lanyard around his neck, like he'd registered online and received a welcome packet. The logical thing would have been to call animal control, but Brad, in all his wisdom, decided the goat was a metaphor for adaptability. So, we rolled with it. The goat, who someone nicknamed Gary, quickly became the star of the team-building activities. He absolutely crushed the trust fall, mainly because he landed on Brad and didn't move. During our two truths and a lie game, Gary ate the note cards, which honestly was a relief since no one wanted to hear Linda claim for the 5th time that she almost made it onto The Bachelor. By lunch, Gary was the only one who actually listened during our active listening exercise, unless you count chewing cud as feedback. When we tried the classic blindfolded obstacle course, Gary led half the group to the snack table and the other half out the back door, which in hindsight was probably the best decision anyone made all day. Morale was at an all-time high. Even the cynics in IT were laughing, especially after Gary chewed through the Wi-Fi cable, cutting off Brad's endless PowerPoint. At the end of the retreat, Brad tried to wrap things up by asking, "So, what did we learn about trust today?" That's when someone piped up and said, "Well, Brad, I think the real lesson is, the only one we can truly trust is the one who eats the paperwork and keeps us away from your slides." And that's how Gary the Goat became the goat of our team building, because when it comes to trust, he never bleats around the bush.